Hey, welcome back to For the Record, my podcast, and I'm Jess, and I'm the host, and it's been a minute since I've made an episode, and I figured while I was letting my chicken marinate in the fridge, that I would just sit down and try to record an episode real quick. Okay. September, the 14th of September, we're almost done with this month. I didn't record anything in August. Well, I did, but the episode ended up becoming way too personal and vulnerable, and it's in the vault. But I did go to concerts recently, and in August I have been listening to music. I've been keeping up as best as I can with music, pop culture news, and announcements that are being made, and already people are announcing their plans for tours and albums and festivals for 2025, which makes sense. Context, the things that are planned for 2025 are already in the works, and they're tying up the loose ends, unless you're Riot Fest. Apparently, those things should be logged away and stored away. When you think about having to book an arena or book a tour or book a show at a venue, and then the little laws that go into place about traveling, getting visas, ordering food, getting licenses to sell alcohol, it makes sense that all of this stuff has to be done so in advance. So it wouldn't even be that wild to think that plans for 2026 and the beginnings of 2027 are already being talked about for bigger artists and bigger festivals. So that's kind of crazy. FK Twigs will be dropping a new album in 2025. Dua Lipa is going on tour next year. I gotta go. I want to see my mermaid princess. I want to see her. That's my wife. I love her. I guess based on an interview that Beyonce did for GQ recently, she dropped this beautiful photo set. She looks like a boss. That there's hints and suggestions that she's gonna go on tour. So that could be cool. I don't have Beyonce money right now, but I will. Let me rag a little bit. This is just a catch up. This is just no plans. I'm gonna shoot the shit with y'all. I got a new job, and then I got a promotion at the new job. And I feel so happy and I'm patting myself on the back, because I really just showed up and did my thing, and I just put my foot in it, and it ended up being really good. I am actually really good at coming up with lesson plans and activities and teaching children. And I won't go into detail about where I work, but I do work with youth, and I do thinking of things for them to do, and I help them do it. I also try to help and teach them kindness and respect, and because it's me, I'm a woman of color, that teaching them about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and how we can just respect other cultures, think of the world as a big neighborhood, and we're all technically neighbors, and we're all we should strive to get to know our neighbors and to try to understand them and to be open to learning about things and people that are different than us. And I'm really excited to do that next week, because Hispanic Heritage Month starts on tomorrow, I think. It's also Guatemalan Independence Day on the 15th of September. Shout out, that me. We independent. And so I just have a bunch of activities, and I went to the library and I checked out a bunch of books based around that for them, and I printed out some coloring sheets. And yeah, it's just something I need to brag about. I love working with kids, and it is frustrating. It does force me to practice a lot of patience, and thankfully I have a big reserve of patience, but it's also making me uncomfortable because I have to exert, I have to be authority. I have to try to implement discipline, and I have to try to tell people what to do and give instructions, and put up with a lot of resistance from a few personalities, which makes sense. With the age group that I'm working with, they're really young, and they're not used to being in like this, like some of them are, if they've already had a year of being in like pre-K or something. But for my kindergartners, like, or for my pre-K, it's tough. For some of the kindergartners, I think it's just a lack of socialization, and like it's just routine. Maybe they're not used to having routine. Some adults are not used to having a routine, and they like doing whatever they want. And, you know, shaping and molding and cultivating that is tough. I don't want to be the mean teacher. I don't want to be the bad guy. But I have to keep perspective that this is tough love. Tough love is saying, hey, don't jump off the stairs. Hey, don't punch each other. Hey, when I'm talking, we listen. And then I have to remember that this isn't for my sake. It's for the sake of, like, we're helping mold kids into, like, people that are going to participate in the world, hopefully. And we'll do a respectful and kind job of it. Just kindness, respect. Kindness, respect. Kindness, respect, safety. Safety. Creativity, imagination, compassion, joy. Have fun with it. Like, once you learn the rules, you can have fun. It's up to you to break them, but at least you gotta learn them. You can't just be like, I don't know. You can't just, not even know that there's something fun going on the other side of listening to the rules. And just choose to be, make your own fun. I don't know. Okay, I'm rambling. Whatever. The point was, this job, I like it. I'm doing well at it. I got a promotion. It's a big girl job. I'm 29. I finally have my big girl job. And Beyonce money. Put two and two together, babes. Like, I'm in my bag. And I want to be able to go to as many shows and tours and order the merch next year. And to, like, invest in technology and equipment for music. Playing, like, a really solid record player. A better CD player. Like, little station with speakers. Like a CD shelf would be cool. So, yeah. If I want the nice things, I gotta work hard. Because I'm funding myself. I'm my own putting the money into my stuff person thing. I'm responsible for myself. Yeah. Beyonce was hinting at a tour. Sabrina is gonna start going on her tour. Chapel, I'm not sure, but Chapel, like, killed it at the VMAs. Killing it and slaying it in general. I think that she's arrived right at the perfect time for her career and for, like, audiences to really enjoy what she delivers. Like, we needed her. And I think a lot of the queer artists that have paved the way, like queer, like lesbian, bisexual, trans, gender bending artists and pop culture icons that have paved the way. And now Chapel's another part of that beautiful chain of beautiful people that, not only give us beautiful music, but give us an example of asserting your boundaries and being firm with people. Tough love is the theme, is so real. Because love without boundaries is just chaos. It's mayhem. It can hurt. Who else, man? I don't even know. I think that Riot Fest is going to take place in Douglas Park next year. If you don't know, in 2024, it was announced way late in the year that this particular pop punk, emo, metal, indie genre combined festival would take place in the suburbs. And then, like, a month ago, they announced that it wouldn't. And that it was actually going to go back to being in Douglas Park, which is south of Little Village, which for its own reasons has, like, a lot of, just a lot of, the word is not hypocrisy and it's not hate, but it's when people are like, can be problematic. It's a little problematic because residents in and out of that community complain that a lot of destruction and damage happens for having the festival in that park every year. I don't know. I haven't been there. I can't attest to that. But I'll listen to the people voicing their complaints, and I keep that in mind. But it also seems to also give a lot of like food vendors and churches and mutual community organizations a chance to sell stuff and to make money that weekend. People get to sell like parking spaces and add a little bit of income. So it seems like there's some good that comes out of it as well. And that people go and support the businesses in Little Village like taquerias and, you know, tamale vendors. And I say that because it's a very predominantly Latino neighborhood. So Chicano neighborhood, I want to say. So that makes sense why those businesses would be there. Yeah, a little politics with the music. But I believe that Riot Fest is set to take place in Douglas Park next year. Very wild. Like, it would be like Lollapalooza saying, we're not going to be in Grant Park. We're actually going to be in Libertyville, Illinois. And, like, make all these plans and, like, say, but it's going to be better than ever because it's in Libertyville. We're going to have, like, a roller coaster. And, you know, all this crazy, like, perks. And then to be like, actually, never mind. We are going to be back in Grant Park. And it's going to be not what we said it was going to be. And we don't know. We're not going to tell you exactly what you're paying for, but we hope to see you there. Should be interesting. And Riot Fest is next weekend. I'm trying to get ahead of all my school and work stuff so that I don't have to worry about that. Because I know that I'm just going to be on the train going to that part of the city and then coming back at like 11 or 12. And I deserve a weekend of just chaos and fun and activity. There's so many bands I can't wait to see. Fall Out Boy is like the main one because I started re-listening to a lot of their albums and it's like, yeah, this is like the backdrop of my like childhood. And I can't wait to hear these songs in person. And something that's really fun about those big artists that like I don't really have a deep, you know, burning passion for the same way that I do for like a Beyonce or like FK Twigs or Rihanna. It's like the other people that are like really big fans and like they go out of their way to see this band multiple times a year and they're like in it to win it. The joy and like the energy of those kinds of performances with the crowd is so fun and dope to be a part of. It's how I felt with like the Swifties before I actually became a Swiftie. I was like, oh, that's cute. Like they're all just having fun and enjoying their things. Who's another one? Who's another person that people like? Like Adele. And before I was a Lamb, like a Mariah. Like, it's kind of cool to see the love that's shared amongst these people and just how much they get into it and they're reciting every lyric word for word and nerding out. I respect that because a lot of people aren't full of joy and a lot of people don't really, you know, they filter themselves and they censor themselves from feeling love and letting it out. That's so one way to live your life. I don't think I participate in my life like that. For better or for worse, I like to show off the things that I like. I like to nerd out. Yeah, Fall Out Boy, Saint Vincent, who else? Sublime. Being able to see that would be cool. And then like little bands like Pixel Grip, which is like like electronic, like and Winona Fighter, which is just like girl-fronted like pop punk band, and the Aces, which is also similar to like just ready to see the girls rock out. And also that's a bracelet making kit. I'm gonna make a few bracelets to pass out at Riot Fest because it seems like the cute thing to do. And I saw a concert yesterday. I saw Jessica Pratt for Friday the 13th at the National Bohemian Cemetery, located off Pulaski Street in Chicago on the west side. And that was very dope and beautiful. I brought a beach towel to sit on. I went by myself as per usual. I don't know how to ask my friends to go to concerts and spend money because I don't know their financial situation, and I also don't know. In a part, I guess it's a little selfish because I'm I don't want to explain. I don't want to explain. Sometimes, I'm sorry, just in hyper independence. I don't want to explain, and I don't want to, I don't know. I just don't want to inconvenience someone else, and then also, add something to my plate mentally of, trying to organize hanging out together with somebody, when for me it's a spur of the moment decision. I literally decided, I think on Monday, that I was going to go see a concert on Friday. That tends to be how I roll. I don't let myself buy them too early in advance unless it is set to be a plan with a friend or with a group of people. I can be irresponsible with my spending and my plan making, but I don't want to bring someone else into it and make them be like, yikes. But I do have plans to see Tinashe with one of my close friends in November. That'll be fun. Tinashe and Ravina as the opening act. I fucks with Ravina. What a good combo. And I have finally finished paying off my Claro ticket, so that'll be cute too. I got Frankie Cosmos on Halloween next month. Yeah, and then I was supposed to see a country artist with one of my friends too at the end of September, but I don't know if that's still in the works. Because things have changed from when we had the plan in our brain to in real life reality, things have changed. So it would just I just have to ask. I just have to talk to her about it. But it would be cool to see a country show. So concerts that are coming up. Yeah, I am so happy that this is going to be a short episode finally. Music that I've been listening to recently. I know that Sabrina released her album and I think it's really great. But I also I know that I'll appreciate it even more in 3 months because it's so everywhere right now that I'm just ugh, it doesn't sound like music to me right now. It just sounds like noise because it's on TikTok, it's on the Instagram Reels, it's everywhere, bits and pieces. And that's the only thing that I dislike about the TikTokification of music. When a short bit of something is repeated over and over and over and over and over again, it is tedious to hear, regardless of the quality. It was how Texas Hold'em, love that song, hearing it over and over and over and over again. Great for the artist, great for new fans, great for everybody, great for marketing, great for PR, great for ads, bad for jazz. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. Very sensitive over here. In here, I think I have special ears. I'm just so tiny. Special ears. I'm just so different. I'm different than other girls. Yeah, I love that. That was a little cringe. I'm not taking that out because I don't care. I've gotten into doing that too with the kids, with myself too. I'm just I don't care. I don't like that. Hey, I really like that. I'm losing my mind. Living in a studio is so boring. I'm over this neighborhood. I'm just ranting now. I'm over this neighborhood. I'm over living in this neighborhood and running into people and seeing people, and I'm so tired of it. There was something that happened yesterday after the concert that was very I really had to practice sitting in emotional discomfort and handling a big feeling. And handling a big feeling is just letting it wash over you. And I had to do that a lot of times today. Because sometimes people tell you things that you don't want to know. That wasn't meant for my ears. It's like the friggin' TikTok sounds. Like, these are sensitive. I only want to listen to what I want to listen to when I can. Don't tell me things that are going to hurt my feelings. People. Yeah, this episode is different. I think the direction I'm going to go with this is fuck. Just fuck it. Life is short. I have to be like, I have to be a grown-up in some parts, and I get to not be a grown-up that's like wise for my podcast, which is going on strong. Episode 3. I had a moment where I was listening to like Flower Boy by Tyler the Creator, and then Japanese Breakfast, Soft Sounds from Another Planet. I had to listen to Lemonade one time through. And then Carole King's Rhymes and Reasons. So fucking good. If you just need, like, if you're in the mindset to actually listen to the music, that's the album, that's the artist. And I made a few playlists because, like, I'm crazy. I'm bored. I need to do things. I made an Innocent Taylor's Version playlist inspired by the month of September. We've got Maisie Peters, Sabrina Carpenter, Muna, Arlo Parks, Paramore, Vagabond, and Frankie Cosmos. Indie girl, good lyrics, catchy beats, fabulous women. I've got a Hold Me Like a Grudge playlist that I made when I was listening to like Fall Out Boy for a whole day. We got Hold Me Like a Grudge by Fall Out Boy. We have Running Out of Time by Paramore. Everybody Hates Me by Gail. Maybe It's My Fault by Willow. Actor Out of Work by St. Vincent. Pom Pom Squad, Beach Bunny, The Beths, Charlie Bliss. And if you don't know them, look it up. Because the thing is, I make it really easy for people to find my playlists and to listen to the music that I listen to. And to, like, hear something new. Because, you can do that nowadays. You can share your Spotify. It's not my fault if other people don't want to listen to it. My feelings don't get hurt by that. My feelings won't get hurt if this video gets like 2 views and they're mine. You gotta have grit, kid, if you want to make it. I want to make it. I want an internship at Spotify. I want to work for like something that does programming for kids to have access to the arts and music. And I feel like the only way I'm going to get there is if I do stuff that makes me uncomfortable, but that is also evidence that I will make stuff and I will put myself out there and I will create and I will follow through on a goal, even if it comes at the cost of me seeming uncool and irritating. I don't know, because like no one's ever done it in my family, I guess, before, and I'm no stranger to being the first one to get things done, to break a cycle, to start something new. And then I like to think that the right people in my life are gonna fuck with it, and they're gonna like it, and they're gonna be like, yes, I don't know what the hell she was talking about, but I liked it. Yeah. And then hopefully in like 5 years when I'm like working at Spotify in New York City and I like am a teacher in, 5 years when I'm either working at Spotify or I'm like living in New York City or I live in San Francisco or I'm like coming back from a vacation in Spain or I've just come out of the studio with my album and I'm going to perform at Shuba's, or when I'm like gonna receive a Medal of Honor at Pitchfork or Riot Fest, when I get married at a concert venue, I'm gonna be like, none of this would have happened if I hadn't just taken a step and been a nerd in public. And I'd rather be a nerd in public that's kind and respectful than an asshole that does nothing. That just sits and is like complaining about life. I mean, I understand there is compassion for that. I understand why people get stuck and they don't get unstuck. But I don't have to take on that. I don't have to take on that choice. I can just have understanding and a boundary, that tough love. What else, man? What else? There's nothing really else to report. I've been busy. I've been losing my mind. I just quit my job. I just fell in love. I just been trying not to let life break my soul. And all I can recommend is that you take care of yourself. Thank you for listening to my episode. Thank you for letting me be me. And I guess that goes for myself. Hey, me, thank you for letting me be me. And shout out to the internet because I can post this. Shout out to this butterfly clip. It's really important to me. Shout out to the hair and vitamin pills that I've been taking because I'm really into this. Liking this. Shout out to my plants. Shout out to music, family, friends, love, respect, community, all that good stuff. I hope you have a good day, wherever you are, whomever you are, and bye. It's over now.